All right, so
Amen.
where this game left off, and Aiden's the only one who has experienced this.
Who?
Vortex.
Yeah.
Wait, what did I miss? I went to go get food.
Oh, you missed nothing. You just missed Prankster's disclaimer. You missed my disclaimer and the GM's disclaimer.
Yeah.
About voices and views the characters portray, but not we ourselves.
Okay.
All right. So, Professor Augustus Larkin wanted to form an expedition to go to a Peruvian temple. He's promised riches and wealth to anybody who goes with him. But he hasn't really elaborated much on the expedition, and he doesn't have any documentation to go along with the expedition or to back up his claims. Larkin's right-hand man is the silent Louis DeMendoza, who seems to be a little, sits in the back, just watches everybody else. And then there is the friendly Jesse Hughes, who turns out to be Jackson Elias. Once alone, Jackson explained who he really was, and he's an occult book writer who's doing research into possible cult activities in Peru when he heard about Larkin and the expedition. Jackson had arranged an appointment with the head of the anthropology department at the local university in Lima, Peru, by the name of Nemesio Sanchez. Sanchez explained a little bit about the local mythology of the area, and explained that his assistant, Trinidad Rizzo, was translating a journal from a conquistador that had died a few hundred years ago. Upon investigation, the PCs had learned that Rizzo was murdered in the research room in the basement of the university. And a few minutes later, Professor Sanchez was attacked by some creature that forced a white leech-like slug into the professor's throat. The investigators quickly killed Sanchez and removed the alien thing and killed it. But Professor Sanchez is dead, and Jackson Elias is screaming and afraid for everything that he's seen. The mysterious individual who had killed Professor Sanchez just jumped through the window and ran outside. And that's basically where we're going to pick up with Sanchez dead, Elias freaking out, and yeah, that's basically where we're going to pick up. I'm going to start, however, with Diego. You're
Oh yeah.
currently
He was a. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're currently walking through the outside of the university when you see, and you can see the university buildings in front of you, and you see the window to your friend Professor Sanchez's office. And as you're walking, you see the glass of the window shatter, and this man in a hooded black jacket and robes jumps out and runs into a crowd of students that are still at the university this Saturday afternoon.
Great. Just great. Of course he runs into a crowd. Okay. Well, I don't want to lose this guy, but so is there a way I can keep an eye on him and follow through the crowd?
You can make a dexterity roll.
Just
See if you can move through the crowds to pursue him.
All right, just plain dexterity.
Yep.
Okay. Remind me again, is the blue die or the green die the one we roll?
The bluish purple one, I think.
Okay.
Sure. It's been a little while
One
since I
shows
looked.
one roll. Yeah.
All right. So this hooded stranger disappears in the crowd. You try to navigate your way through, but there's just too many people, and they're not moving out of the way fast enough for you to give chase.
Fucking shit. Okay. Great.
And as you're standing there, complaining to yourself, you hear gunshots coming from inside the university.
Just... Of course, this is a fucking wonderful day so far. Okay. Well, it's my responsibility as an officer of the law. I'm going to investigate the university. Do I just walk inside or...
Yeah, the university is open for anybody who wants to come in, either to the university or to the museum.
Okay, where does the sound of the gunshots sound like it's coming from?
Sounds like it's coming from the staff section of the university near the museum, which you would know would be Professor Sanchez's office.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take out my pistol and I want to see if I can go out. Basically, what I want to do is I want to go to the room where it sounds like it came from, and I want to see if I can basically look in there without attracting attention.
Okay. As you move in the direction of the private area, you sort of not so gracefully run into another person who's just walking through the museum. And can Violet describe herself, please?
Sorry, I was eating.
Yeah.
Would you say I describe myself?
Just please describe yourself.
Oh, Violet is a author. She has a bob cut, medium build. She has blackish hair, and she seemed to be. Her face is always like a blank stare. She's empathetic. That's what she seems on the outside, at least.
Okay. And Diego, can you just describe what you look like as you rush into Violet?
Oh yeah, he's actually not an especially super strong man, but he's fit for his build. He's pretty much average height, at least for a Peruvian. He has a well trimmed and groomed mustache underneath, and a neat uniform. Pretty much what he looks like in the picture on it, honestly. He has like a very stern expression on his face, and that's just him all the time. It's almost like it's like resting dick face almost. Not quite. It's like more, look, I'm here to do my job and nothing is going to stop me, in a sense.
So we have a blank stare character and a grumpy character.
Guess you can do both.
Oh.
Anyway, so Violet is just walking on by herself.
Yeah, she tends to be by herself, yes.
Well, start speaking to her in Spanish. Now, what are you doing here? You should be making your... Did you not hear the gunshots? You should be making your way away towards the exit.
This is in Spanish, correct?
Yes.
All right. I am going to try to roll other languages because I don't have her down for like knowing Spanish.
Okay. You can make a luck roll to see if it's Spanish that you understand.
I mean, I have like a.
I know you have
other
it.
Language.
Yep. Just roll it because other language is supposed to specify which other language you know. So you can make just a luck roll to know if it's Spanish or not Spanish.
I think it's the green one, right? Because the blue just shows your stats.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter which one. I can read both.
Yeah, the blue one is if Bagrini would decide to give you a bonus or a penalty die.
All right, so roll the green one.
All right, so you don't understand what is being said to you. You just see this guy who you assume is some sort of a local run at you and just collide into you, knock you back into the staff-only doors.
Oh, that's nice.
Am I picking up that she's not understanding me?
Yeah, you pretty sure that you're not being understood.
Yeah, you just see her shaking her head, just like
Diego
shrugging.
just groans. Do you understand English?
She's just shaking her head.
Oh, God, fuck it. All right. He's just gesturing to you. You get pointing like out of this university. There's gunshots. It is dangerous to be here.
And as you're saying this, there are more gunshots, and you hear there's definitely a scream, a masculine scream coming from about 20 feet away. And as you look in that direction, you see a slight sort of lanky, definitely looks like a police officer, possibly military man, run out of one of the offices with a older doctor in tow.
Okay, well, yeah, forget the student. I'm running up to him and trying to get his attention. Hey, what's going on here? I've heard gunshots.
Violet follows him because she seems also interested in the whole situation.
All right, Aiden, you're aware that there are people coming down the hallway shouting at you.
Oh, okay. I'm the person who's going down the hallway, and those two guys are approaching me.
Yep, and you can describe yourself to them.
Yeah. Okay. So Aiden is a very old white man in his mid-50s. In opposite of his picture, he's grown a very thickened beard around his mouth. So you rarely see his expression with the mouth. Though he does look a little bit older, he does look experienced. He looks like he has seen some shit. And what you also see is like a star-shaped medal on his chest, but with some broken pieces. Yeah, and he's probably also carrying a very frightened other young man down the hallway.
Yeah.
Referring to Jackson.
Jackson is still sort of propped up against the door. He's like heaving. His eyes look very wild. He's kind of talking to himself under his breath. You can't quite understand what he's saying, but he looks genuinely afraid.
Yeah, I would like to at least drag him down the hallway with me, if it's possible.
All right. Yeah, you're able. He will come with you. He will follow you. But as you have turned to see the other people coming down the hall, your new acquaintance Jonah has rushed off ahead and is just at the doorway when the man with the black hood and cloak steps out of the door and grabs Jonah by the throat and lifts him up into the air.
Do I see this?
Yes, you all see this.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, I'm leveling my gun at him and just okay. Everyone, freeze in place right now. Nobody move.
Believe me, if I tell you he's the one, not the man you would talk to. Normally.
What?
You can't talk with him in a normal way.
Oh,
You can all make spot hidden checks, please.
Ooh.
All right. Well, Violet is just sort of dumbfounded by what's going on. She's not paying
well, to
attention.
be fair, two Spanish men are speaking and she has no idea what's happening.
All right. Well, Aiden, when you look, you see the hooded man's what you can see of his face because he's got the hood about like a little like halfway over his face, but you see his jaw distend and open wide and sort of change shape a little bit to look like some sort of hideous insectoid leech mouth. And he just latches on to Jonah's the top of Jonah's chest, and you can hear him drinking.
what the fuck? Okay, I'm firing on this thing, whatever it is.
Okay, you can make an attack roll. He's a distance away from you. He's from where you're standing. He's probably a good 50, 60 feet away from you.
I'm joining him in the shooting, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Aiden, you're closer, so he's only about 30 feet away from you.
Cool. Go.
You guys both try to shoot, but the bullets, you just miss your targets, and you watch as Jonah is seemingly drunk dry. His skin all begins to crackle like paper, and he's dropped to the ground, a desiccated husk.
Ain't that convenient? You guys are vampires now, aren't you?
The hooded man turns and starts walking towards you down the hallway. And he's speaking something.
Right, cool. I shoot him in the knee.
What is going on?
All right. Make an attack roll. He's just stalking right towards you. All right, yeah. You shoot him. You see him sort of like grab his side where a bullet hit. He stumbles a little bit. where he got hit in the knee. And he's probably now, I'd say, 10 feet away from where Aiden is. And Jackson is just screaming. Oh, what is that? What is that?
What about the other shot? Did that do anything to him?
Yeah. He clutched his side and he started to drop. He dropped when he got hit in the knee.
Right. As he drops, I would run forward and I would give him a punch to the side of his head.
Okay. Make an unarmed strike.
Unarmed strike it is.
You swing, but your hand you feel fabric from the hood as you try to punch and you push the hood back, and you can finally see the top of the head that had previously been covered, and you can see the black eyes of Louis DeMendoza.
Mendoza. Well, I did not thought of seeing you again this way.
Okay. While I'm running up, does Luis look like he's still alive?
Yes, he is. He looks like he's alive, but he's breathing heavily. Like he's severely
I'm
hurt.
sorry. Let me rephrase that. Like, does he look like he's still trying to move or
No.
or resist?
No,
Okay,
he is
well,
where he is.
Just to be safe, I'm gonna push Aiden. Get off! And I'm gonna handcuff him. Basically, I'm gonna handcuff him. And does it look like I can Luis, the guy you're on top of?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna see. Is there a place like a pole or something sturdy that I can tie him to?
No, the hall is very utilitarian. It's just cement blocks that have been painted, various shades, various colors, but there's nothing, no objects, no radiators, no poles, nothing like that you can secure him to.
Great. All right. Well, I'll just have to handcuff him as is. I'm gonna frisk him down and make sure he doesn't have any further weapons or anything that he could use to escape or do anything else.
Violet's just standing there, not really sure what's happening, like whatever. She just sees a person handcuffing another person.
All right. Mendoza is speaking. He is saying something. As you watch his face, begins to look human again, and Diego, you can tell he's speaking Spanish.
What's he saying?
He is telling you to get off him. The master will not be happy.
The fuck is that supposed to mean? I don't care who you're mad. You're gonna tell me what exactly is going on here right goddamn now.
He smiles at you and shakes his head. He doesn't say anything else.
Fuck. Alright, fuck it. And I'm just gonna throw him, can I just, push him into a corner where I can keep an eye on him?
You can push him into Professor Sanchez's office.
It'll have to do. Sure.
Yeah. When you
and I'm just gonna...
Everyone... You look in the office and you see Professor Sanchez's bloody and torn open and shot up corpse near the smashed window. All the furniture in the office is smashed and torn asunder. And I need you to make a sanity roll.
All right, I'm good.
All right.
Well, sort of.
Yeah, you're shaking. You feel you feel sad for what you're seeing, because Sanchez is a friend, and you know him, or you knew him. But you still yourself. You feel some of your some of the training you've had in the past, and just some of your resolve harden, and you just turn away and walk back out into the hall.
Fuck. Dios mio. Okay, everyone here is going to tell me you're not going anywhere. I'm talking to Aiden now. You're going to explain to me what just happened right now.
You can speak Spanish and English, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know a bit of English in the universe, but Spanish is my mother tongue.
Okay. Well, what happened here? You can see for yourself.
Before you start,
of the professor.
Violet just coughs to say, "Do you men happen to know any English by chance?"
Why, yes, I do.
Fucking foreigners. Sure. I say the foreigners part in Spanish, not.
You're cool.
Can I do a luck roll just to see if I understood that part?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Surprisingly, insults are always
I think I have to roll the luck.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no problem. Let's see, where is it? Here we go.
You didn't understand it, but you have an idea that it was not friendly. It might have been an insult.
She'll look it up later.
It might be harder for you to understand, but I do speak English, yes.
I will try with spite.
Aid Valley, and he reaches his hand out to you, Aid Valley, former investigator of, well, let's say police task force.
Are you talking to Violet?
Yeah, to Violet, yes.
Oh. Hang on, give me a second. She like dusts her chest real quick. And then she makes sure her hair is all right. My name's Violet. I'm an author. I recently just came around here just because I've heard of some strange happenings, and I am in need of what you can say inspiration.
Well, let me tell you something. For an author, you really got at the worst place at the worst possible time.
I'll say.
Jackson turns to look at Violet and says, "Fellow author, nice to meet you." And he kind of tries to shake her hand, but he sort of hands you a limp fish kind of handshake. He doesn't really try to put any effort behind it.
She really doesn't notice, it just takes it anyway.
Yes, very nice. Now, would someone please explain to me what this man is? Who is he? Why is there a bloodbath in Sanchez's office? What happened to him? What is going on? This is just a shit show.
Simple. Should I tell you the truth? You won't believe me. Or should I tell you a lie? You will believe me.
I don't care. Tell me something.
Alright. So, some slug crawled out of some victim and was trying to kill us all. And we saw the same thing happening with this guy, so we disposed of the slug within him.
A slug?
A sluggish.
You're telling me?
I might have misheard that. You said slug?
Sluggish.
You're saying a slug did all of this?
Sluggish, but yes. Something crawled inside of his mouth. Is a hooded figure. I think it was this guy. Yeah. He laid down in this professor's mouth, and suddenly he went unconscious, and something started moving in his stomach.
Okay. This is a bit much, but I'm sorry. Who are you exactly?
Aid Valley, and he and he gets out to a very obvious pocket and pulls out some kind of identity card, hands it over to you, and hands it over to you if you accept it or not.
I'll look at it. Yeah, looking at it, does it look legit?
Yeah, this ID card has the symbol of the Bureau of Investigation, but it has a big stamp on it with retired.
Yankee. Anyway, well, this is definitely a crime scene now, so I'm afraid none of you are going anywhere anytime soon unless we have this entire situation resolved. So you stay right here. I'm going to... Actually, do cell phones exist? No, they probably don't.
No.
Yeah, it's 1921.
The beginning of the
I just
1920s.
realized that. I forgot. Okay. Okay, new plan of action. Shit. Okay, so you're all coming with me. We're going to the nearest office, academy, to basically do some debriefing on this whole situation.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is it illegal to just walk away?
I
Well,
think you risk to being shot.
I have done no crime, so that would also be illegal if I'm correct.
well,
Then
There's
again, I
not
don't know the
really-
laws of this land, so
actually, what is the law in this situation? I should have asked that first. Sorry.
aren't you a police officer?
Well, technically, I'm in custody, so this is an unfamiliar situation for me.
So technically, you aren't a police officer.
Basically, in a possible murder situation, the police would investigate it as any other police force would.
All right. Well, point still stands. You're not going anywhere until we have this entire situation. But in the meantime, I'm going to further look into this. Do you have any weapons? I might have to confiscate your gun, sir. I believe.
Mine. Sure, take it. It's right here, and he...
Can everybody make a spot hidden roll?
Sure.
Oh, cool.
He will stretch out his left hip to you, where his gun holster is, with his Luger.
All right, so Diego and Aiden, while you're having this exchange, you happen to look over into Sanchez's office, and you see handcuffs discarded on the ground, and no Louis DeMendoza.
Wait, which person is handcuffed right now?
He's saying basically Louis got out of his handcuffs and left.
Yep.
Oh,
Fucking hell. What?
oh,
How-
great.
I'm just flabbergasted. What the?
This sounds
I'm-
like a bad
well-
crime story, except it's real.
Well, pick up the handcuffs. What? Son of a bitch. Who was that man? What is your relation to him?
To that man, to this DeMendoza.
Yes, the man who just turned into a slug, apparently, and escaped his handcuffs.
Well, currently I'm anonym. I was invited by some guy named Larkin to an investigation to ancient Peru, visiting some of the what was it again? The Inquisitores? How were they called again?
The Caraceri. Well, he wanted
Kerosene.
the Caraceri is what Jackson is investigating. Larkin wanted to go to on an archaeological dig.
Yeah. So Larkin invited us to an archaeology trip down here in Peru. But for this man over here, Mr. What was his ally?
Jackson.
Elias again?
Oh,
Jackson.
Jackson?
Elias,
Okay.
yeah, Jackson here. he does something different, and I think it's better if he talks for his own business.
All right then,
I-
Mr. Jackson.
I was already in Peru, doing some research all up and down the coast. I heard
What
about
kind?
Larkin. Talking to people, interviewing people, going to different universities and doing some research.
What kind of research?
Anthropology, mythology, that sort of stuff.
There's just the half-truth, Mr. Elias, isn't it?
No, that's the whole truth. It's what I always do. I've done this before. Met groups like this. Never seen anybody drink another person, though.
I forget. Is that like a detect lies on this?
It's like psychology.
Psychology. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I believe this guy since, I don't know. Well, actually, I have no reason not to. Do I have a reason to suspect it? Well, technically, you're all under suspicion until I have further evidence that none of you were involved in this.
That's the point.
In that case, so what is this expedition that apparently drew your attention? And who is this man that apparently leads it? This,
Augustus Larkin.
yes.
He's another foreigner who apparently heard about a pyramid near Lake Titicaca. And he wanted to start an expedition to go find it. Now, I had heard about this pyramid in some of my research about some association it might have with the Karasiri, but it never seemed prominent. But Larkin was very insistent on it.
And so none of you know what the motivation of this murder was, or why he tried to kill them, why he killed Sanchez.
I can't tell you that. I haven't asked him personally.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Well,
Sanchez was standing in the way. He wanted to stop Larkin. He's afraid that Larkin was going to take all of Peru's money back to wherever.
How
wow,
is that even possible?
that would definitely be unfortunate. I will have to speak with this Larkin when I'm able, but for now, all of you stay where you are. I'm going to look further into this murder situation. And I'm going to start searching the room for basically any signs of, like, maybe some sort of indication of where he might have gone, or basically what happened here.
Officer, Sanchez's assistant, Rizzo, something happened to her. She is in the basement.
All right.
I think Mendoza is responsible.
Great. Just getting better by the second. All right. Well, we'll take this one step at a time. Well, is the basement like? Where is the basement located?
There's an entry right in the office.
Yeah, and there's there are stairs about 20 feet away down the hall that lead down into the basement, and then it's another long corridor that leads to where the storage room is. It's basically right underneath Sanchez's office.
All right. Well, one room at a time. I'm going to go through Sanchez's office first, then I'll make my way down to the basement, making sure everyone in the room follows me. No one is leaving my sight again.
Sure, do your thing.
I can't go back in there. I can't. Sanchez
Sure.
is my friend. I can't see him again. Not like that.
Then stay outside here, Elias. You saw enough for today.
He just sinks to the ground
Viola,
and closes his eyes.
do you have anything medical for him? Like some kind of placebo? Does it exist at the time?
Well, out of character, what I have right now is I have some gauze in a medical case. I don't know if that comes with kerosene or what you said.
Yeah, all I have for Violet is like a book.
Book.
I do have decent medicine skills, so I can see if I can like calm him down, I guess.
Yeah, try that. I'm not so good at medicine. Failed my first exam.
Oh, not medicine. What's first aid? But that probably wouldn't help.
To calm him down, it would be psychology or psychoanalyst.
All right. Well, I will try my best to calm him down, but no promises.
Oh, look at that.
He seems a little bit calmer, you know. You sort of try to comfort him a little bit, and he does seem a little bit more relaxed.
All right. Now, I need you to come with me so that I can be sure that I still don't know entirely who you people are or if any of you were involved in this situation, but I need to be sure that you don't simply leave the instant I go to investigate. So I need you to be nearby, at least.
Diego was the name, right?
Yes. Well, I didn't introduce myself. I didn't really introduce myself. I'm Officer Martinez, if you need something to refer to me by.
Well, okay then, Mr. Martinez, take a good look at me. I am a 57-year-old Scotsman. I won't go anywhere.
I don't plan to leave either. The situation is pretty unique. It's not something you should really give up.
Unique? You got some interesting thoughts, young Arthur.
Yep.
I mean, what else would you describe as situation?
Well, it's certainly not my daily business.
Can everybody make a listen roll?
Listen.
Wow, surprised I actually passed that.
All right, so Diego is the only one who hears police sirens.
Well,
Great.
at least some good news here. So we have some police here to lock down the scene. I'm going to go to meet with them to basically inform them of what happened here.
All right, but who guarantees that we can leave this place today? I mean, we need to go on this investigation tomorrow at the expedition, and I really need to be there.
You are not going anywhere unless we can confirm exactly your innocence in this.
Oh, dear Lord. And I thought the Americans were busy with bureaucracy.
All right. Diego, as you head back out the way you came, leaving everybody else behind near Sanchez's office.
I want them to come with me.
Oh, you want them to come with you?
Yes.
All right. Well, then the only person who doesn't follow you is Elias. He's now just sitting on the ground.
Oh,
Jesus. Do I have to... What happened to this man that shook him so? Look, I'm
have you
gonna
seen
try
the
and like...
corpse?
People die, come on. I'm gonna try and jostle Elias to get him to follow me.
All right. Make a strength check.
Okay.
Because he's resisting getting up. But so you managed to grab him by like the collar of his shirt and drag him a little bit, and he reluctantly starts to follow you. As the group of you make your way back into the museum and to the doors, you can hear the police officers outside. You hear shouting and you hear guns being drawn.
Motherfuck. Okay. Okay, so walking up to them, do I recognize any of these officers?
Make a luck roll.
Please. Yes.
Yes, you do. You recognize several of them.
I'll just say, halt. Wait, what's going on here? Like, I'll call out to them. Just to let them know that I'm there.
We have our orders.
Orders? What exactly are your orders? What's going on?
Several men were brutally murdered.
Yes. And I have located these people who have been there at the scene of the incident.
No, you don't understand. Everybody in the museum is currently a suspect.
What?
Wrong place, wrong time, comrade.
And we are to either arrest or kill anyone who does not comply with us. That includes you, Martinez.
I just arrived on the scene. I've seen the perpetrator.
You are a suspect until proven otherwise.
Son of a bitch. This can't be, like, do I know if this is like a legal procedure? Probably not, but wouldn't hurt to.
It's likely not entirely legal.
Doesn't seem like it's legal if you ask me.
Well, I know, but fucking buckles. Okay. Well, what do you want us to do then? Since apparently we're under suspicion.
Lay down on your stomachs, put your hands behind your head, and comply.
Good shot.
And
how many are there?
There are probably 13 armed officers, all with their rifles raised at you.
Still complies. Violet complies.
Everyone comply. Come on. I'll put my guns on the side just to inform them that I'm laying down my weapons.
All right.
Remember, you still have my Luger on you. I would put that down as well.
Yeah, all that.
All right. As you lay there, you can hear the officers coming, putting their handcuffs on you, and forcefully dragging you to waiting police cars. They're not treating you kindly or with any kind of respect.
Great.
Easy there. I'm an old man. Do you treat elderly people like that usually?
They don't say anything as they throw you in the car. Are you all?
I mean, is there no one here that I can try and pull rank on, or like at least like? Never mind. Probably not. It wouldn't matter anyway.
There's like a more senior officer present.
But
who's
not one that I right?
no, not that you recognize. Can you guys make? I need a group luck roll. So whoever has the lowest luck, make a luck roll.
Luck 45.
Lowest luck. Oh, sorry.
I have 55.
All right.
45, 55, and yeah. Well then.
All right, Eddie, that's you.
Well, come on. Yep, doesn't look like I succeeded.
All right. So as you know, you guys are all crammed into one police cruiser. So the officers begin sweeping through the museum to try to find other possible suspects. And you're brought to a sort of rundown, small police station, not too far away. And you're unceremoniously thrown into a prison cell.
So, are you sure you're a cop, or...?
This doesn't make any sense. But I'm not... Look, if I try to resist, it'll only make things worse, believe me.
Alright.
They sure
I
do.
still don't believe you, but alright.
All right. As you guys are there, you can overhear a couple of the officers talking to each other. And although they are speaking in Spanish, everyone is able to sort of kind of understand what's being said. That they arrested a man who was not in the museum, but a suspect.
That...
Let me hope it was the real one. I assume it wasn't.
There was another man when I first arrived. You wouldn't happen to know anyone else who was on this expedition, would you?
The names. Larkin, I know. Elias, I know. This DeMendoza, I know them. Yeah, there was also a man. I don't know his first name. Jonah was his name. He followed me around. Good boy. Oh, and also someone named Frank. He was also a policeman from the US, but haven't seen him in a while, as I have to admit.
All right.
Several hours will go by unless anybody wants to do anything.
Well, I'll just keep an eye out and see if there's any officers that I recognize and try and see if I can strike up a conversation.
All right, make another luck roll. You do see one officer that you recognize in the police station. Not really paying attention to you.
And I'll just pull over. Hey, hello. Just, I just would like to know a little bit, how much longer will we have to be waiting here? I would like to be involved in this investigation. I was here investigating the scene, and I believe, as an officer, that I should be allowed some leniency.
The problem is, Peru doesn't want to have any bad press
bad press. What do you
And
mean?
word of what had happened here could really affect tourism and how the outside world perceives us. You can't have
There was
that.
a murder here, and you're worried about tourism?
Oh, nobody will know about the murder. In fact, nobody will know about the arrests.
And Aiden starts laughing pretty heavily.
What is funny?
I don't get it.
What is funny?
What is
What
funny?
is fun?
Your little cover-up action. That is funny. Cover-up for something the public will eventually know about. The rumors will
Eventually.
start spreading.
Eventually. But not now. That is the plan. That is why you will not be released anytime soon.
Shit.
Could you at least get a message out to a person? He can help you with the investigation about us, getting us unconvicted, getting us free from the cell.
Who else would know that you were in the museum?
Well, not necessarily in the museum, but around town. Augustus Larkin.
He writes the name down.
He should be around here. He's an archaeologist. Yeah, I think that's what they call it, archaeologist.
He puts his pad down, and
Do I also know any trustworthy figures that I know from either inside the force or out of it?
you would know that there's not a whole lot of trustworthiness in the police force. There's a lot of corruption. A lot of officers take bribes.
Right. So the question is, do I... I'm trying to weigh the... Nah, I don't think it's worth it to try and get this guy on our side. Seems a bit...
We don't have enough money to get him to our side, my friend.
Well, I'm not saying it out loud. It's like, oh, wow, would you like to be bribed, sir? Is what I would... No.
So like I said, several hours passed. It's dark. It's definitely dark. Next time you guys look out the windows. No other prisoners or anyone else under arrest has been brought to this police station at your end. There's not a lot of foot traffic from other police officers. And you don't seem to notice anyone who might be a senior officer.
It's just perfect.
Well, Miss Viola, how was your first day in Peru? Are you having fun? This is obviously meant in a sarcastic way, by the way.
Fucking Lugosi.
I am getting a lot of information, so I'm pretty much having some fun.
Well, at least one of us is having fun. I'm gonna rest for a bit. Wake me up when something interesting happens. With Ardila down on his back.
Can you guys make hard spot hidden rolls?
Hot. Great.
Spot hidden. Ooh! It's not a hard success, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's quite all right. All right, so Aiden, even though, yeah, Aiden's the only one who happens to notice.
What is Viola trying to do?
Well, what are you trying to do?
No?
Yes.
What? I just rolled. I didn't look at it. I was trying to look for it, and then I just rolled it.
We were just wondering why it was sleight of hand. What were you
Oh,
trying to do?
I clicked on the wrong. I misread that. I'm sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
All right. So Aiden and Violet see this. Aiden, you sort of notice it as you're trying to drift off to sleep. It sort of catches your attention, and Violet, as you're in the cell, you're just sort of looking at things, not really paying attention to everything that's going on when you see this. But several of the bars seem to be looser than others, and have just been painted to appear like they're secure.
interesting. She goes over. I forget the policeman's name.
I'll say the officer that was speaking most to you, his name was Juan.
No, I mean the PC.
Oh,
Diego Martinez.
Aiden.
She goes over to him and just tries to look out and see if anyone's also hearing over their conversation.
no, there are a couple other officers in there, but no one are paying attention whatsoever.
There's
It's almost like you've been forgotten.
bar team. Oh, well, that's just great. Some of the bars are don't look that sturdy, if you know what I mean.
What, you mean they're like candy canes or something? What do you mean?
They're just painted on. They're not very structured well.
You've got to be kidding me. All right. Great. Just fucking great. Well, from my experience as a military officer, what do I think would happen if I stayed here much longer?
Well, considering the amount of the treatment you've gotten so far, you're not going to get fed a whole lot, not a lot of water, just enough to keep you alive. And for the most part, you'd be left, forgotten about. Would be no lawyers of any kind. You would never see a judge based on the kind of treatment you've seen.
Great.
And there are no laws to sort of support you.
Even as an officer of the law?
Yeah, they're treating you like common criminal.
All right, fine. And I'm going to test the bars to see if I can either bend them or pull them out of place.
She tries to stop you before you do that.
What?
It's better not to lead them on that it's breakable. It's better to just do it in one fell rush. That way we catch them off guard. If we do it right now, they'll just throw us in a better cell.
All right. Right. Good point. Okay. Everyone, by the way, has the guy Jackson been put in here with us?
Yes.
Okay. All right, all at once then. Come on. Everyone up.
Wait. I'm all down with going and breaking out. It's really good reference for a book I have, but we probably should plan this out more carefully than just running away.
I don't even know what is happening here. I was trying to sleep. What is happening here? Why are
Don't
you
sleep.
standing at the door?
Look,
Do we even
I
have-
know what they're going to do. We need to find a right time and get out of here, because if we stay here, we're pretty much just going to be forgotten here and left to starve. So we don't have the time for that. So we need to, wait until they're at their least attentive. The girl here has apparently noticed something that could be useful to us escaping.
But we're still suspects, and if we're breaking out, we're even doing more crime.
And if we
Yeah.
stay here, then they'll never let us leave. There will
Yes,
be
but
no
we're
point.
a head that is safe to hide criminals.
Oh, believe me, there's something worse than just a cell.
I mean, would I know a place where, the police wouldn't think to look or that is avoided?
You would know that the police probably wouldn't chase you out of the city.
All we have to do is get out of the city. Then we should be fine.
She goes
It's a
over
good
to
thing.
Aiden. Do you happen to
It's
know
a-
any place that we could hide?
We could hide. I got my hotel room, but I do not assume that they will leave that unsearched. Oh, I'm wrong.
Can you all make spot hidden rolls?
Spot hidden. Yep. Critical.
Wow. All
I
right.
definitely know.
That was the first and last one we ever seen.
All right. So, Violet, while everything is going on with the bars, and you hear Diego's talking about how all this needs to be coordinated. You've been trying to tell him how just all to do it, get out, escape at once. If you're going to get out, you look over and you see a tall figure walk into the little station you're in, looking like wearing very nice clothes under a black cloak, and he seems slightly European, maybe Spanish, and you immediately recognize him as the same person you saw at the museum.
Jesus Christ.
She kind of gestures the group towards him.
All right,
What?
Try.
Oh, dear Lord.
everybody sees
What?
Louis DeMendoza standing in the police station.
Motherfucker.
Luis.
Well, this is
You see that he is saying something to one of the police officers, and so all their attention is turned over to Louis.
all right. If
What is-
anytime's better now.
Can I understand when he's talking to them, or is it just small talk or whatever?
There you can hear that he's talking to them about prisoners that were arrested that are suspects in a murder case, and he's looking for all of them.
Okay, we need to get out of here now then.
Anytime's
Everyone
better.
out.
Than-
Come on.
Ladies first.
Everyone at once, okay? Everyone grab a set of bars and we'll pull at the same time.
Everybody make a stealth roll.
Cool. Stealth, because I'm so stealthy. Oh, dear Lord. How bad?
All right, so you pull the bars, and the bars come loose, and you're able to open a way for you. You think you're doing it quietly and without getting anyone to notice, but as soon as you start pulling the bars, there's this loud, grating, metal on metal sound, and all the officers turn and look at you. as you pull the bars free. And they begin shouting and raising their guns.
Run?
All right, they're shooting you. They're shooting to kill as you run out.
Oh, just great.
Oh, great.
Can everybody make a dodge roll?
Fail.
All right. So as you are all running out, you first hear the gunshots, and they're all doing pretty bad. They shoot very bad. I mean, their shots are bad.
Oh.
I mean, they're shooting at 98. They're shooting bad. And you hear the bullets flying past you, and you hear the retort of the automatic fire. But no bullets hit you as you run and kind of stumble down the street towards a nearby alley.
Okay, now we need to get a vehicle.
By now, it's late. It's probably the middle of the night.
Well, we've committed one crime. What's another one?
I mean, what? We're not like teenagers. We can just like, well, we're gonna stop and nap just because it's midnight.
I meant
Yes.
let's steal a car.
That's what I'm saying. I said we need a vehicle to look for a car. So I'm going to, from the safety of the alleyway, try and find a car that's nearby.
All right, make a luck roll.
Success.
All right, yeah, you're able to see a unoccupied vehicle parked not too far away from the alley you guys have gone into.
All right.
All right.
Now the most important question is anyone capable or have the knowledge of stealing a car?
I one time when I was a student, but I don't really have that much experience.
Sure. Whatever.
Okay. Could you? How'd you do it? Because I have no idea how to steal a car.
Well, first off, we need to see if it is unlocked, which it probably will be, but in case it isn't, it's useful. If it is locked, then we need to find a way to jimmy open the car door. Smashing the window open is an extremely poor idea. Unless I would only do it as a last resort. And then we need to get into the keyhole to basically, because what we're doing is we're jump starting it. The key is normally used for the ignition, and we need to find a way to kickstart the engine without the use of the key.
Are you sure you're a police officer?
You have to know these things. No one is entirely trained in the police force, but anyway, it helps identifying what exactly, because if a perp has an item of sort that could potentially be used for lockpicking, then it's useful. But in any case, we need to decide who among. I guess I will attempt if no one else will, and if no one else will try, I'll go and see if I can get into this car.
All right. The car is unlocked. It's sort of a, piece of garbage, but it seems to operate. It's not
I'll have
locked.
to do. Okay, everyone get in, and I'll usher everyone into the car.
She takes a shotgun.
Whatever.
All right. And is Diego the one who's like hot wiring it and to steal it?
I
I
guess,
think
yeah.
so.
All right. Roll and operate heavy machinery.
Oh, this is bad.
Heavy machinery.
Yep.
Why was I the one to do this?
Yeah. You try to get the car started, and everybody else is kind of just in the car waiting, and you're fussing with it. And as you're trying, you think you almost got the car started when you hear shouts from the police station.
Shit. Okay.
Well, that was our option.
Is
Out.
the car low enough that we can duck down to like hide? Or would it be like more secure in the alleyway?
No, you can hide in the car.
Okay. Okay, so hide in the car, hide in the alley. We need to decide now.
Well, we've already committed it, so hide in it.
Okay. Everyone squeeze down as much as you can, and I'm gonna try my best to squeeze myself down.
Yeah, I tried to just hide in the car.
All right. As you have the feeling that the police are almost on you, the car starts.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
Fucking wonderful.
So you hear shouting from outside, and the window at the driver's side smashes open.
Okay, down on the gas.
All right. I want you to
drive.
first make a dexterity roll. Straight dexterity.
The car goes off with all of its 10 horsepower.
All right. As you're able to slam the pedal down before the officer grabs you. Now you can make a drive auto check. Hard drive auto.
Oh god.
This is fucking horrible.
You crash the car into the nearest building.
Yeah.
And I think you probably made it about 10 feet or so.
To be fair, I couldn't see where I was going.
I think I broke my ribs.
You see Jackson is just kind of raising his arms up in defeat.
Lower your arms, you idiot.
I wish you killed me.
I wish I was there as well.
Quick lookout. Are we still in a... Is there any visible place to escape from, or...
You could try running back to the alley. Or just running down the street.
I mean, what other choice do we have? We need to put as much different distance between them and us as possible.
Can't you shift in the backwards gear?
The car is... I don't even know if it works anymore. Like, it probably just crashes. I guess I'll try. I'll shift in reverse and see if it'll go backwards.
The car is still managing to run.
Okay, good. Going backwards.
Okay. So you're able to make... Are you sitting back up in the seat? No,
I guess, yeah.
All right, then make a drive auto roll to see if you can control the car.
Oh my god, why am I doing this?
This time, if he shakes the steering wheel too much, I'd like to help him.
Okay. All right. Do you want to assistance from
Yes, I will take any help I can get.
Well, it got worse.
Shall I give it a go?
You can try grabbing the wheel, and I have a feeling that they're not going to stop.
6 men on the steering wheel. 6 officers.
This was a very bad idea.
No. It was great. Until
Jackson still has his hands up.
Oh my god.
As Violet grabs hold of the wheel from her position in the shotgun seat, she begins to drive the car successfully down the road.
Yeah, you're cutting out.
So, yeah, Violet, she reaches over, grabs hold of the wheel, and steers while Diego presses on the gas. And the car makes its fast escape at 15 miles an hour.
15 miles an hour, 10 horsepower.
Muchas gracias.
But, you're able to put distance between you and the running police officers.
Okay. How much gas does the tank says it has?
Low.
Oh god.
Make a luck roll. Actually, this will be another group luck roll, so it'd be even.
All right.
Are you sure about that? Yeah.
All right, it's below half. It's below half tank. It's definitely below
Should
half
have let
tank.
me roll, but it'll have to do. How much does have a tank get us? It gets us like.
It'll probably get you to. It'll get you outside of the city. It won't get you too much farther.
All right. Well, once we get out of the city, we'll just leave it in a ditch somewhere. Like, basically, we're going to find a place to leave the car.
Okay.
I really hate this position, by the way.
Well, I'm not exactly comfortable with this either, but it would seem that desperate times call for desperate measures.
All right, so you managed to get out of the city. And you're halfway to Kalau, which is the nearest city. It's right on the edge of it's a port city when the car runs out of gas.
Okay, everyone out.
You're never driving again, by the way.
Right. Well, we don't exactly have better options, do we? Unless Mr. Jackson would like to drive.
No, I'm not a good driver.
Yeah, I thought so. Anyway, so where are we exactly? Is there like buildings nearby, or are we just out in the middle of nowhere?
Right now, you're in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Okay, before we dump this thing, where are we heading?
Well, we first off need to find a place to get rest. It wouldn't do us any good to be exhausted. The police shouldn't follow us out of the city, but it might still be a risk if, like, I don't know. But for right now, once we find a place to rest, we need to, first off, since this expedition is our only lead, where are you planning to head after this? After today?
Jackson says Puno.
Puno.
Puno. Puno.
And oh.
Does anyone know where that is?
No, I'm looking on the map for it. We're in the opposite direction, probably, aren't we?
It's currently southeast of where you guys are.
Oh, not that far then.
Do you know how long it is? Is it a walk?
By vehicle, it's about 3 days.
Oh,
Well, I guess we're sleeping in the car then.
I mean, we can't use it. It's almost empty.
I'm not saying we
Well,
use
saying
it,
we don't-
and we're just saying we sleep in here so that we have some rest. Like, just a few hours. Like, it's better some rest than not at all.
The lady may have the back seat.
Okay.
I look for somewhere else.
Violet gets her book out and just uses that as a pillow, I guess.
Alright. And
All right.
let's set up a watch. Well, I want to rotate people so that we can keep an eye out if anyone does come.
Sounds smart.
All right. So you guys try to get comfortable in the car, which is not designed or meant for sleeping in whatsoever. So it's uncomfortable. There are gear shifts in really poor places. You set up a watch, but the night passes without any trouble. You don't even see another vehicle on the
Okay,
road
good.
between Lima and Callao.
Well, that's not going to be good, actually.
Since we're gonna need a vehicle.
Well, this one is out of gas, so unless you know our way to know how to pick oil, then we're out of luck with this thing. And plus, we don't want any sort of, like, even if the police don't follow us anymore, that we don't want anything tying us to our escape.
That's a very good point. But is dumping it here a safe option, or shall we get rid of it another way?
Well, I suppose we can push it off a cliff or something. I don't know. What's around us exactly?
Trees,
Like, is there any?
some bushes.
Just push it
Nothing.
into the foliage.
Yeah, that's basically the best you could do. You're right now basically on sea level, so it's not a lot of. All the mountains are to your east.
Ah,
The
Yes, we
highlands
would
are
have to go
behind
for-
you.
yeah. We would have to go in the opposite direction to get a cliff to throw this off on, so this foliage will have to do. So I'll just gesture and I'll put the car in neutral and we'll push it into the tree
All right.
where it will hopefully stay hidden.
All right, it takes you just a couple minutes. So by the time the car is hidden, it's roughly 8 in the morning. You're close. You're probably a few hundred yards away from Callao. So you can hear the sounds of the port.
Perhaps we could acquire a boat. That might speed up our travel time.
Does anyone know anyone who would have a boat? Or know anyone who would have a boat?
Would I know? I mean, I'm local.
You'd guess you'd be able to rent one.
We can rent one. I think between the cash, maybe we could get between all of us, maybe we could get enough cash to get a small, I don't know, a dinghy or something. I don't know what they have.
I guess that could work. Any objections? Aiden?
I don't.
All right then, onward we go. On delay.
All right. So, you walk to Callao. It takes you. It's a couple minutes. Maybe going slow, or with the terrain, just maybe like 10, 15 minutes to get there. People are already awake. They've begun their day. It's Sunday, so the churches are in full service. You can hear the bells summoning people to service. But there are still boats pulling into the harbor, freight being unloaded, cargo building up. And if you walk around for a while, you can find the harbor master's office near the port.
All right. I don't have any weapons, which I'm not that comfortable with. Can I look around and see if there's any sort of weapon shops? Or is this just a small port where they wouldn't have it?
No, it's a larger port, so I mean, there are various types of stores that cater to people from other countries.
Okay. Well, let's. I'm going to arm myself up. If you would like to look for a boat, feel free. Let's all agree. Let's agree on a meeting spot. Let's say meet up back at the port. At I don't know how long you need, but let's say 10 minutes.
I would be longer.
But how long would you need?
An hour should do.
An hour. Well, sure. Okay. I will see who I can get in contact with in the meantime.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, we should make clear that no one is giving away our position right now,
Right.
out of security purposes.
Right. So, yeah, I'm gonna go quick shopping for something. And I'll pretty much see who I can run into that maybe I don't know if I have any contacts in it, probably not in this specific port, but I'm gonna see what I can do to basically help my position.
All right. Yeah. You don't really know too many people here. So everyone's a stranger. There are people from other parts of South America. There are people from Mexico. There are people from the United States. All kinds of people.
Right. All right. I guess how expensive are guns here? Actually, I should ask.
I would say at a busy port, it's probably their common price. So depending on the weapon.
Do I still have? How do I access like our money, like our spending cash?
Well, it'd be how many points you put into your credit rating determines how much cash you have on you.
Oh, I only have $10 then. That's not good.
No, that's not a lot of money.
Okay. Well, something is better than nothing. So I'm just gonna see what kind of if I can get like a blackjack or some sort of blunt instrument, basically.
All right. I'd say that's probably relatively easy to come by. Just some sort of, some I would say probably a baseball bat type situation of a club where you just to beat somebody with. Nothing expensive, nothing complicated, nothing with a moving part.
Okay, so just I should mark it down as a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's its damage?
I will say 1d6.
Okay.
What's everybody else doing?
Actually, I just realized. Damn it. Would I be able to like sneak a gun out? Like if I could like steal it?
I would highly advise that. I thought you
Against
said we shouldn't do any more crime.
I know. I just realized that.
You would have known that they had your weapons under lock and key at the police station. There wouldn't have been any way to recover them.
No. I'm saying here that if there was a gun that I could try and steal one.
You can most certainly try to steal a weapon
Okay.
in a store.
Well, first I want to make sure that I'm doing this like discreetly, like if I can do this without attracting attention. So, is there a way, like maybe I could follow someone outside that, maybe someone who has a gun, but well, I guess it doesn't matter if they're an officer, but someone who has a gun who's off on their own, and basically like sneak it off him without him noticing.
You can try to pickpocket them. You can make a sleight of hand.
Okay. Wait, do I get to look at the guy before I pickpocket him? Like,
You could tell it's someone who's probably a law officer.
damn it. Well, oh, can I try and knock him out? Like, are we in a secluded location where I can try and knock him out?
No, you are not in a secluded
Please.
location.
No. Okay. Should I risk it? I don't know if I should.
I don't. Wait. If he tries to steal a gun, it's probably gonna be sleight of hand, right?
Yeah, it would be a sleight of hand, yes.
No, I
How
know
high
it's
is How high is your sleight of hand?
52.
That's basically 50-50.
Yeah, so you're good at it. So I mean,
If you want to take that chance, if you fail, you're not getting anything. You'll probably be just kicked out.
Well, it's just I'm just trying to make sure I don't get arrested or shot at. Well, I guess if it's one guy, maybe I could handle him, but all right.
Oh god.
Can
All right.
I push my luck?
how would you like to push your luck? How would you like to try to push the roll?
No, I'm not risking it.
Okay. He feels you brush up against him, but the officer dismisses it as you just bumping into him by accident,
All right.
and so he's not paying attention to you.
Okay. And from then on, I'm just gonna see what and all my stuff was taken, right?
Everything except the clothes in your back, or anything you had in your pockets.
Fuck.
Like a
Yeah.
book.
I can't afford anything else, I don't think. So, yeah, I guess that'll be it. I'm just gonna see what else I can scrounge up. Hopefully, some sort of.
All right. Yeah. I would say that the bat cost you $3. So you have another $7 to go to spend.
I'll get a flashlight and a couple batteries. Like
Yeah, that's easy enough to come get.
electric torch.
Yeah, they're easy enough to acquire. Violet, what are you doing?
She's trying to run a boat.
Okay. She can. There are plenty of options. There are lots of boats, of varying sizes.
Oh. What is the cheapest they have?
Cheapest, you could probably rent a relatively small boat. For every day, it's probably gonna run you about $15.
I think I think Violet only has $10.
All right. Well, that's the cheapest boat you can find.
How much does Diego have, or did he spend all his?
He's probably got about $1 left.
All right. So
Wait.
we resolve
Get the electric.
or like depend on Aiden.
Well, let's see. I know how much he has. He has spent all of his money on alcohol.
Are you freaking?
All of his money on alcohol.
Mm. How much would a journal be sold for? Just a blank journal. She hasn't wrote anything yet.
To the right buyer, someone who's interested, maybe $1 or $2.
Mm-hmm. That's. Well, I got nothing because the most we can get right now is 14.
As you're you're trying to figure out what to do, there's several several men who are trying to who are talking to you in really fast Spanish.
She just gives them a no Spanish. Sorry.
You notice one guy is blowing you kisses and another is watching everywhere you walk.
Okay, well that's creepy. Violet is just gonna try to find Diego, because she doesn't feel safe if there's people watching her.
Okay. Yeah, your new friend is easy to find.
Mm-hmm. So, what'd you find?
Not much in the way of luck. I at least have a weapon now and a flashlight, but that was about it. I unfortunately don't have a lot of pull in this area.
Well, here's the thing. I only have $10 on me, and boats cost 15.
Great.
Where did the older gentleman went?
I don't know. He said he was going to buy to the tavern, I guess? I don't know.
Oh, God. How much money do you have left on you?
You said I had $1 left, right?
Yes.
Damn. Only one.
Aiden, was it?
It was Aiden, right? You get the sense that he's a bit absent on his mind.
Come again?
And that his mind seems to be a bit distant from you.
Oh.
Please tell me you did not spend all your cash on alcohol.
Nope, it's burnable alcohol. It's even better.
I punch
How
you.
is that better?
I tried to dodge the punch.
Okay. Make an attack roll and make a dodge roll.
That was here.
Yeah, Aiden, you're punched.
Yeah.
He punches you right in the face.
Yeah, cool.
You hear a crack as your nose breaks.
Are you serious? Ah.
What are you doing?
Well, what am I doing? I can't afford a weapon, so I bought some alcohol to get some burning metal. Some burning stuff. Or do you have a better choice of weapon? I'm not.
We could have saved the money to buy the boat.
Well,
All we have is
always,
$11 around us now, so I don't know what we're gonna do.
Let me tell you something. You can always persuade someone with alcohol.
I guess we'll just have to steal it then. We've already committed enough crimes, so why not?
What do you mean with enough crime? Did you commit something else?
But no. I'm just saying that we're, in public area, so I can't say it, but what's the difference would be.
All right.
Great.
We should probably plan it at night when no one's watching then.
Or we could just maybe take the boat. I mean, we don't have to do the money, but that might be harder.
You know what? Let me try something. And which boat do you want to get?
I mean, if we're going for it, we might as well go for a good one, I guess. I've never really commit crime.
No.
Until I met you two.
I don't commit crime. I do not commit crime, I beg you. I'm civilized.
Can you speak up a bit? I can't really hear you.
Again, sorry.
It's fine.
That was one. I was just saying, I got a different way of dealing with things. Legal.
All right. What's your idea?
I shake the bottle of alcohol, and I point towards probably some sailors standing there. The best way of persuading someone.
Are you gonna bribe them or try to bribe them?
Not necessarily bribing them.
Or
Asking if we could use his boat, or if he could be the captain for a short while on this boat. In exchange, I give him the alcohol.
okay.
All right.
Which one do you want?
Fair enough.
All right. There's a several sailors milling about, doing sort of menial labor tasks. No groups.
Okay.
Everyone seems to be relatively by themselves. You have the pick of the litter.
Is there? Do they all look like their own sailing ship captain, or are they just some sailor boys?
You can't tell what boat they're from.
Well, I would approach. I think the smallest group of them, if they are split up in some groups, and would introduce myself. Good day, gentlemen.
One man looks up at you and greets you. He speaks very broken English.
Oh, right, I see the problem.
Perhaps we should use the native tongue. Yes. Hola. ¿Cómo está?
Good.
Right. Okay. Here's what you have to translate, and I give him the text, and he hopefully translates it correctly for me. We want you to use to give us your boat, or to let us drive your boat with you to location X. I don't know where we were locating, where we are heading for again.
Well, let me.
Which,
I'll ask the sailors. Where are you headed next on on your trip?
Yeah. Right.
We're going to Melendo to refill, and then heading down into Chile.
I was wondering if you would be willing to give us a lift to the next port south. We'd be willing to accommodate you. We actually came into a position of a rather large stash of alcohol, if you're interested, and plus some.
And I slightly shake the bottle, slightly.
Okay. Diego, you can make a persuade roll with advantage.
Okay.
So now take the blue die. Yeah. Again?
There we go.
Right. Cool.
All right. The man looks at you and says, "CC," and he tells you that he will get you on. He's part of a crew of a large boat, a large ship, and they will take you at night. He'll sneak you on board.
Wonderful. Thank you, amigo.
Wonderful.
Okay. And I'll inform the party that, okay, so we have our arrangements for tonight. We just have to decide what to do with that.
See, it wasn't a bad idea with the alcohol.
Thank you. And, I'll apologize. And if you want, I'll try and fix up your nose there.
Don't you worry. In my years for the bureau, I witnessed way worse things.
All right.
But I gotta say, your punch is it's not from the worst parents.
Oh,
You had a good hit on me.
I mean, to be a part of the Corps, you do have to know something. So, anyway, now about what time we have left. We have about half a day's time until nightfall.
It's best not to raise any kind of suspicion for us.
Right, but we need to. I would suggest we find new clothes and we change our appearance.
I'm going to check out a library instead.
Right.
You do that, and I give myself a haircut somewhere.
Jackson says that he's hungry and wants to get something to eat.
Fair point. Let's say we all have a quick, what time of day is it?
Right now, probably 1 in the afternoon.
All right, quick lunch then. And then we'll split and meet back up at the dock at dusk. I should have probably asked what time they were leaving. Shit, but, we'll be there a couple hours before nightfall just to be safe.
Yeah, I'd say around sunset.
Yes.
How does that sound?
Sounds good.
All right. So is anybody doing anything while you wait?
Viola wants to go to a Is there a library around here? Like any type of bookstore or anything?
Yeah, I'd say so.
She is probably gonna look for anything to do with slugs.
Okay. Anything specific?
Just really anything that she can find.
Okay. You find books, several books, like natural world books, related that talk about slugs a little bit. What they eat, where they can be found, that sort of stuff. Nothing very specific.
That's what the guy looked like, a slug, or am I getting the wrong animal?
He had put a slug-like creature inside Professor Sanchez.
Yeah, that's mostly the reason she's looking into this.
All right. Yeah, there's nothing specific.
Oh yeah, well, she's just gonna spend the rest of her time here then, till nightfall or something.
All right. So you guys all meet up at the docks. Can you guys make spot hidden rolls?
Spot hidden it is.
By 1.
All right. Aiden, you look around, but you do not see the sailor that had promised to get you onto his ship.
But I do still see the ship.
You don't see... I mean, there are ships that are docked, but you don't know which one the sailor had come from. And you don't see the sailor specifically.
We didn't give him the alcohol, did we?
No, I still got a hold of it. I did not give it to them until we depart.
Shit. We should have kept an eye on them. Just great.
Well, at least we know they aren't gone for money's sake. There has to be something different.
Okay. So, most I can think to do is, since all the boats are there, can we find a place that we can set up shop, like, where they can't avoid us? If they do show up?
Yeah.
I mean, that is right before the docks, before they enter the dock to their ship.
I have a bad feeling about this, but, I mean, I'm not sure what else to do at this point, unless you want to outright commit Grand Theft Auto.
You guys do not have by any chance a lighter with you or something to make a fire? Just by coincidence.
I have a flashlight, an electric torch.
I have a book.
Well, you could set a book on fire, but
Yes, but how would that help us in this situation one bit?
Correct. Well, I was just asking. Maybe looking for it later.
Here, I'll be right.
Perhaps I could find like maybe not flint and steel, but some sort of thing to make a spark. Like, you know, do the two pieces of wood to like twig them or sidle them together to like produce a spark.
Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to do that.
Okay, I can do that. I can try and make a fire that way.
Yeah, that takes too long. I need something more instant.
What are you trying to do?
For this one, in case of any emergency. And I shake the bottle of alcohol again.
Ah, I see. Well, that's a shame.
All right.
Okay. Do I remember their uniforms? Like, maybe I could like make an educated guess, like based on their uniforms, like what like line that they work for, or like what the boat says on the side.
From what you recall, not many people were wearing uniforms of any kind.
Hmm.
I guess what we can do is wait.
I don't like doing that, but we should have some sort of contingency plan for either if they don't show up, or if they show up but they have an ill intent for us.
Let's wait until night falls. If night falls and they are, if it's midnight and they did not show up, we do it your way, Martinez.
Great.
All right. You guys set up sort of like a little camp near the end of the docks, and you wait, and you wait, and nobody passes by you. One by one, the lights in Callao turn off as the bars close. It's definitely past midnight by now.
Perhaps we should have stolen that boat after all.
Well, now we can do it without any disturbance.
True. Okay, so looking at the boats, does it look like there's a lot of activity on them?
No.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just try and like find the best boat and see if.
Okay. Before we commit another crime, does anyone actually know how to drive a boat?
True.
I read a book about it once. 20 years ago, so. I think that counts as a no, doesn't it?
That's a no.
Okay, well then let's find someone who can drive a boat, except we don't know. This is just wonderful.
We would have to also convince them to commit a crime.
Well, I can like say that I'm. Oh wait, people probably don't know that I'm an officer. I could use like my position as an officer to like coerce someone into driving a boat for us.
Either that, or you could use our favorite method of persuading people. And I shake the bottle again.
Well, we'll see first of all who we can find. Then we'll talk from there.
Right.
Okay. So I guess that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look for anyone who might look like they're driving a boat.
Okay. It's the middle of the night. No boats are going anywhere right now.
Well, I know, but like, are there any like? Where do the sailors usually go when they go to sleep?
Either on their boats or wherever they fall down.
All right. Well, we'll pick a boat and get on then.
All right. Make a luck roll.
All of us?
All of you.
Luck roll. It is.
Okay. Diego, you're pretty sure you found a boat with a sleeping captain on it. It's a small boat, but it's floating. The captain is a snorer.
All right. Well, I don't want to scare him. So, is there a way I can like jostle the boat to like get him up without like getting on or shaking him?
Make a strength roll. Yeah, you're able to, with a little bit of effort, get the shake the doors and rattle some of the windows. He eventually wakes up, and you see him. He grabs a crowbar, starts swinging around.
Hey, amigo. Rega, ese. We don't mean. We apologize for disturbing you at the middle of the night, but this is extremely important. I am Officer Raimundo, and I need to commandeer this boat.
Oh. He rubs his face and he shakes his head. My boat. No take.
If you want, I would appreciate if you would be willing to drive the boat for us. We are trying to head south to what is the name of the city? It's Pochoy, or I forgot the name of the city.
The expedition is going to Puno.
Puno. To Puno. So we were wondering if you would be willing to escort us to the next dock south of here, closest to that location.
He thinks for a minute, like he looks groggy and possibly a little drunk. As he starts to nod. That possible. You rent?
We are a bit short on cash, but we can give you $10. Plus, we have a little bit of incentive as I gesture to the alcohol bottle that Aiden has.
All right, make a persuade check with advantage. All right. He seems sort of, he's unsure, and before he says no. He eventually just says no. And then he says, you have to do better than that.
Violet, she just gives a sigh. She takes off her glasses and tries giving him a wink.
All right. Violet can make a charm roll with advantage. Yeah. He is convinced. You know, if you want to roll.
I put nothing in her charm. That was just extreme luck.
Yeah, I mean, he
is desperate.
he puts the crowbar down. He pats the pillow next to him.
Oh god.
Says,
Stella,
yes.
Only until we get there. Not a second before. Understood?
Okay.
Violet looks at both of them and whispers, as soon as we get there, run.
Alright, alright.
I am not being with this man.
Right.
You two owe me.
Yes, yes. We are grateful. Thank you. Gracias.
And he asks you when you want to leave.
Well, as soon as possible would be ideal, so right now if you're willing.
He nods. Says, okay.
Okay. Everyone on the boat then, I guess.
Right, and you hear a little bit of a rumble as he starts the engine to the boat. And within a few minutes, the dock is behind you. And you begin making your way down to the next port to the south, which is Melendo, which is the closest port to Puno. So you begin travel. It takes about a day and a half to journey from Callao to Melendo.
All right.
And the boat pulls into port, and the captain smiles. Now for my payment.
Right. Your payment.
Of
Are we?
course.
What kind of boat is this? Is it
It's like a fishing trawler.
Are we like indoors or like? Are we like visible?
There's a small cabin where he pilots from, and there's like a little below deck where bunks are.
And where are we right now?
You're in the cabin.
Okay.
But as he says, time for my payment, he puts his hand on Violet's shoulder.
Right.
She is going to punch him in the face.
I was gonna hit him with a baseball bat, but okay.
Oh yeah, no, please. Her strength is very low.
All right. Whoever wants to attack him can attack him.
Oh, this is gonna be great. First degree murder.
You can spend luck to make a failed roll a successful roll.
1 luck point is enough.
If you so choose.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right. You grab your bat before he even realizes what's going on. You swing and hit him right in the skull. He lets go of Violet and falls back.
guys. Thank you.
Well, it's just we don't want anyone following us. Oh God, what is that? I'm hearing terrible.
Yep. Me as well.
Can Violet check to see if he's dead?
Yes, your audio is like
think-
really staticky for me. Yeah.
Something. Yeah. Something.
Yeah.
With
Oh,
your microphone.
Hang on. Let me try disconnecting again. I lost connection. I had to come back. Let me try again. How's this?
It's still pretty bad, but anyway. So thing is, do we want to kill this guy, or do you think that just get us in trouble?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna
We do not kill this guy.
Oh, saying not to kill him. Okay.
Not. This one doesn't deserve it. At least not now.
Look, it doesn't matter if he
Eventually
deserves
find
it.
us and see.
He saw us. He could be a potential rat on us.
Look, you didn't give out your real name, did you?
No.
Did you give out your real name? And I point to Violet. I assume so not. I didn't give out my name as well. He may slightly remember our faces, but until police gets notified of us, we're ahead, far ahead.
Well, in that case, let's rob him for everything we got and go. And I'm gonna search the cabin for anything useful.
Okay. You find $150
Oh, wow.
Alrighty.
and a small supply of heroin.
Oh. Oh.
So I can turn this guy in. Oh wait. Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know. Does this guy seem pretty small time? I might. I'm considering the efforts of turning him in for the reward.
If you had to guess, he's a smuggler, but he's not a large smuggler.
What do you think? Should we try and turn this guy in?
How would you explain the situation to the police?
That I am an officer of the law and I have caught this smuggler attempting to rape a poor innocent woman.
I mean, you're not wrong, but... Yeah, why not? Go for it.
I wouldn't do that, but for a different reason. The last time you used the "I'm a cop" argument, we ended up in jail.
That was one time against police that were under specific orders. This time we're going to a department where we don't even know if they will be aware of who we are.
Do you really want to risk that? I'm not even sure if you're a police officer, honestly.
Fine. Okay, so I will just take the money and go then. That's all we need, really. Unless you want to take the heroin and try and pawn it off on something. I don't know what you would use that for, though.
Let's leave it here. Maybe leave a note or something.
Right. Taking that 150 and heading out then.
Okay.
We'll also take the crowbar so that we also have another weapon.
Okay. You go. Melendo is smaller than Kalau. So they don't have as big of a dock area. Not a lot of bars, no hotels to speak of, and just the one road leading out. All the way up you can just see that leads up the mountains.
All right. Do you want to take another chance to see if we can buy more supplies here, or do you want to go and go?
I mean, we have the money.
Right. All right. Let's see what's for sale then.
All right. You're able to go around. Everything you can buy is a little more expensive than it had been in Kalau, but nothing astronomically priced.
Okay. Well, I'm definitely buying another pistol, and I'll buy. What do you guys want to buy specifically?
I prefer the switchblade.
Okay, so how much is that so far? That's
Well, first, when you go to buy a pistol, I need you to roll a 1d100.
hello?
Just roll a 1d100.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
All right. Yeah, you're able to find a pistol. You're not sure if it's quality, and it costs you about $50.
But what kind of gun is it? Is it 30? I don't. I'm not that familiar with gun types. Is it a revolver or a?
It's a I think I said it's a 38 revolver. So it does 1d10 damage.
Well, better than nothing. So, are you guys okay with me making that purchase?
Do it, please.
Okay.
If you can shoot it, I have no problem.
All right. I'm taking the 38 revolver then.
Okay.
Can I try to find a switchblade?
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find one. And it costs $7.
Oh, perfect.
What did he buy?
Switchblade. I mean, if we're gonna, her logic is, if we're gonna commit crimes, might as well have a weapon in case things go
Right.
south.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Anything else that you want to look for?
We should probably buy a med kit or some. Well, if we can. I don't know how pricey it would be here.
It's very pricey, I assume.
What would we need for the expedition?
Rope?
How expensive is rope?
You can look around the town. Rope would run you about $10.
And for how long is the rope?
20 feet.
I'd say that's good.
All right. So,
Okay, the switchblade was 7, that's 20. How much was the gun? 50?
yeah, it was 50.
So, overall, $77 we spent.
Okay. As for me, I'd like to purchase a lighter
Okay. $1.
and yeah, sure, okay. And maybe also a handgun, a small caliber.
Okay. Roll a 1d100.
100. Why am I kicked out of the game? Come on. There we go. $347.
Okay. You're able to find a small caliber gun of questionable quality.
Questionable quality, okay.
and it's only going to cost you $40.
Neat.
People, we only have 72 left.
Yeah.
I would definitely like to, once we get the opportunity to test these guns, to make sure they work before we leave.
Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. How many bullets do we have?
Diego, you have 10 bullets. Aiden, you have 8 bullets.
8 bullets. Okay.
Do you buy the gun?
If it's of questionable quality, when is the malfunction cap?
The malfunction is 90.
Woohoo!
Am I still static here?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna try once again to get out of the call.
And the damage was 88? Is 86?
A D8.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Ignore that, ignore that, ignore that.
So the malfunction for both our guns would be 90?
For Aiden's, it's 90. Diego's, the gun that he bought, the malfunction is a 96.
Okay. Oh, that reminds me. We should probably get a lighter since you asked for one.
I already bought one.
Yeah. You're down to 25. Is it still static?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna change headphones and I'll be right back.
All right. Jackson Elias says, Puno's not that close.
Which
And it's
means
all
we're-
uphill.
Right. And there wouldn't happen to be any vehicles around, would there?
You could probably find one to rent
Of
or
course.
steal.
And we used up all our money. Okay, well, what cars are available?
Nothing of great quality. You can find a couple trucks that you can rent.
How much for?
To rent a single truck would be $20 a day.
Okay. And how far is Pueno?
About a day's travel.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So we can spend the $20 and buy rent the truck for a day.
Aiden, make a spot hidden roll.
Spot hidden.
All right. As you guys are, getting ready to leave the town, you see 3 trucks come down, barreling down the road that leads back up towards Lima. And you can see the passenger in the first vehicle is Augustus Larkin.
Ah, good. Okay, so we need to catch up with him then. We are definitely renting a truck then.
Great. Yeah, that will be our direction, yes.
All right. So you guys rent a truck. Are you leaving right away, or are you waiting?
Well, first, if I just want to give Sketch the opportunity if he wanted to do anything else.
Okay.
Is he back? Or no?
Not right now. I think he's restarting his PC. If it's taking this long.
Yeah, hello.
All right, great.
Is it better?
Kind of.
There's still some static, but it's better than the constant loud static.
Anyway, we saw Augustus in his truck running by. We were going to run a truck. That's $20. Did you want to do anything else?
Nah. No.
All right. So we're off then.
All right.
Truck.
All right, you begin driving up the road. The road is steep. I need all you to make con rolls.
Con. Wait, Constitution.
Yes, Constitution.
Yeah, okay, I might have a problem with that.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
Oh, God.
All right, Diego's the only one who doesn't get sick by the altitude change.
Believe me, I've driven worse.
Violet and Aiden, you start feeling nauseous, and you just throw up whenever you can.
Out the window, not in the...
You're exhausted. You feel like your whole body is just weaker.
I feel like riding on a drunk horse.
All right, hang on. I'm the one driving here. No, we'll be... I'll
Why
be
you
over
driving me, Ben?
Did you offer to drive?
I should have.
That's what I thought, so shut your mouth.
Jackson says that when you guys get to Puno, Aiden and Violet chew on cocoa leaves, you'll feel better.
Alright.
He says that he's felt that he's been in the area in Puno before. He knows what it's like. And he tells you that he has a friend in Puno. One of the people he's had interviewed.
Good to know.
That is so great to hear.
All right. We're almost there. Walk it off.
All right. You guys get up, go. The road is steep, but it's not impossible to drive. And eventually, you reach Puno. And that's where we're going to end the session.
All right. So we're not all dead, so that's good at least.
No.
At least we are not dead. Yes.
Did we even take any damage?
Yes,
No.
I did take 1 damage.
Aside,
'cause I punched you in the face.
aside from punching each other, the police were poor shots. So you guys didn't get shot.
I'm down to 7.
You were almost shot.
Points, by the way. It's fun to walk around with a 20 in Constitution. In a not D&D sense.
All right. Well, thank you guys for playing.